Interlagos in the Formula Renault 3.5. An impossible track in an impossible car. Welcome to my test session. I've been testing a little bit here. It's the first race of the series, Season 3 2020. Trying to get ready so I don't embarrass myself. I can't exactly tell you it's been going well because it's been going horribly. I don't know what's wrong with me and or the car and or the track. It seems to me as though the track is made out of hot vomit. That seems to be what it's paved with. My tires have been replaced with large pizza cutters. And the engine horsepower has been increased to about 10,000. So we're going to do some test laps, and I'm going to walk you through. We're going to do a nice slow one first. And just kind of go through the turns. This is not going to be a hot lap. It's not going to be a lukewarm lap. It's going to be a cold-ass lap of tears and failure. The new sounds with the patch are great. That's about all I can say. I don't want to brake at the 50 board here. I'm going to brake before it again. If you try to take anything at speed when the tires are cold, you're dead. You get launched to the moon. This next section is the beginning of what I call the Alice in Wonderland section, because I don't know where I am, or what I am, or how I am. Half of it's kind of just this weird, awkward trail braking over off-camber turns. This is an on-camber turn, but it goes from downhill to uphill, so car hates that. This one's an uphill, weird right-hander. Car hates that. This is a kind of off-camber, high-speed looper. Car hates that. Wants to spin. There's a... Oh, yeah. Yeah, car wants to spin out there every time. Makes no sense. The car's going uphill, all the weight's in the back. I mean, really, the tires are like 10 feet wide with gravity pushing the car into them, and really, you're going to break traction that easy. Looking for the green guardhouse. I'm having fun. Got to get out of the... Oh, Jesus. Yep, disaster already. Complete catastrophe. Dead. Surely ruined the undercarriage. Let's soldier on. Oh, God. It's just... Welcome to Formula Renault 3.5. Check your ego at the door. Get ready to uninstall iRacing. This part I'm actually really good at. This real straight part. We're going to nail this part. You want to hit the apex. Everything's earlier in that turn than you think it is. You want to hit the apex early and get back on the throttle early. Of course, don't take my word for it. I'm slow. Again, you kind of just graze the brake here and turn with the throttle into the brakes nice and early. Barely made the apex. Really... Oh, fuck. Yep, there it is. I've just superheated the rears beyond all recognition. I now have to take the rest of this lap and probably the next lap really slow. Just by doing that. Watch this. Watch this. There it is. Back end wanted to come out. I mean, this is absolutely babying the car. Like the car has serious special needs, and I am like its caretaker. It's just the car doesn't help you ever at any point. You are just babysitting this car because it wants to go to the moon. That was really early, and still. Those S's are just brutal. You can't run them flat in this car. You have to work the throttle and the brake to try to force it, coerce it into rotation. It doesn't want to do it. And see, there we go. I did significantly better in that turn, and I gained 200ths. So, cool. Now watch this. A little too late, and I'm gonna... No. Car wants to just keep spinning. What were those rims that just keep spinning? Those, like... Oh, God. Focus, Jesus. Nope. I mean, it's... If you like driving a car that really just, at a moment's notice, is going to spin out, and you like, basically... I'll tell you what, if you're looking to work your shoulders and your lats by just jerking a wheel around, trying to correct for... Oh, my God. Someday. That was... See, that right there, as awkward as that was, gained me almost 6/10, so I wouldn't have early shifted there. I have no idea why. I didn't learn anything. Yep. And the extra speed I carried made me miss my brake mark there. And the rest of this lap is ruined. Look at that. Just a little miss. 2/10 gone. I downshift twice so I can try to get that apex. Oh, boy. You have to really go slower through here than you think. Or than at least you want to. Did you see how the rotation just snapped at the bottom of that hill? Yeah. You gotta be really patient through there. There we go. Miss the apex. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why those rumble strips are so loud. The car's over-rotating. The rears are clearly overcooked. Oh, my God. But these lap times are so slow that it's embarrassing. I mean, this is horrible. The VRS lap is a 119. 119. Yeah, that's what happens. I don't know, man. It just doesn't... See? It's just sliding. So obviously there's something wrong with the setup. But I don't know what it is. Everything I change makes it worse. You can see how loose the car is in that even at high speed... There it is. Just blew right past the apex. Even at high speed, the car wants to spin. It really is a slippery track. And I just think there's really something wrong with the physics of this car. Watch this. Okay, so that shouldn't happen. I can feel it. I can feel it starting. And it's taken a lot of laps for me to feel when the Catastrophe start in this car. There's no feedback. You can barely hear it in the tire squeal. You can feel nothing in the force feedback. Nothing in the reaction of the car except just a barely detectable over-rotation that starts, and you have to learn when it starts. There's no feedback that's rational or realistic. The car just gives up. I was under extremely high speed. I am running the maximum downforce that this car can produce, right? And nothing. It just spins around with no warning at speed. That's wrong. Well, this has been all I can stand of Interlagos. I hope you've enjoyed this absolute... Let's watch this back. Let's watch this back. This is what I do This is the inside of my brain. Every time I practice here. All right. Let's see what we got. Probably overcooking it. This isn't bad, actually. I've actually made the apex. I'm trying to get into it. Let's see if we can spot when the back end starts to go. I'm pretty much in full throttle right here. You don't want to push out too wide. You want to kind of hug the inside here. Let the car naturally kind of drift out. Let's see if we can see when it starts to step out. Right there. It's already stepping out. See that? Just gone. It really shouldn't do that. That's a setup problem for sure. But I don't know how to fix it. Right? No real input at all. There's a Formula 3.5 car like this should not do that ever. It's bizarre. Anyway, that's what we got here in Interlagos. It seems like it's a terrible track for this car. It shouldn't be. But in iRacing, it's absolute catastrophe at every turn.